All right, so you want to make the move from California to Tennessee, right? You know it's not going to be easy. You know there are going to be a lot of moving parts that you're going to have to take care of. And for a lot of you, it's going to feel really overwhelming. You've got your family, you've got friends, you might have a house out there that you need to take care of. You have a job that you need to figure out. You've got to figure out the logistics to get here to Tennessee. You need to find a place to live. It's going to be really tough on you, but there are a lot of people that have succeeded making this move. That's why in today's video, I'm going to give you 7 tips that I learned from interviewing people that have already made the move here to Tennessee from California. If you haven't seen those interviews, I'll leave the links to them down in the description below. I thought they were so informative, and I think if you guys sit down and take the time to watch them, you will too. Guys, if you don't know me, my name is Matt Bogosian. I'm a real estate agent right here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. I primarily work within about an hour radius of Nashville, Tennessee. That includes places like Franklin, Spring Hill, Murfreesboro, Hendersonville, Mount Juliet, Clarksville, Lebanon, just to name a few. If you're thinking about moving here, head over to workwithmatt.com and schedule a brief 15-minute call with me. I'd love to meet with you and talk about your goals. All right, enough of that. Let's move on to the tips. All right, the first tip that I want to talk to you about is walkie talkies. If you guys are going to be driving here in multiple cars, you're going to need a way to communicate. There's going to be a lot of places where cell phone coverage is not going to be very good. And plus, it's not that safe to be fumbling around for your cell phone to text or make a call while you're driving. Invest in a really good set of walkie talkies. Get on the same channel. That way you can just grab it, push a button, and talk. It's gonna be a lifesaver, guys. I guarantee it. You need a good, reliable way to communicate. Invest in some good walkie talkies. I promise you will thank me later. All right, number 2, use something that is called a space saver bag. I personally don't have a lot of experience with these, but I talked to someone that does, and they said they are absolutely amazing. They're basically these bags that you can stuff 12 shirts in or bedding in, and then you suck the air out of them and they compress to like 1/10 the size. This person told me it helped them fit so much more stuff into their moving truck or their pod, and it was just huge for them, and they said it was so worth investing in. So look up space saver bags for moving, guys. They will help you save a ton of space when moving. All right, the third tip that I have for you, and I love this one, I do this myself, utilize air tags. If you're gonna be hiring a mover, using pods, or towing some kind of trailer behind you, stick a couple air tags in some items. That way you can track them along the way. If your mover is taking a long time, you can look up and see where they're at. If your pod goes missing, you can use those air tags to find it. Or if your trailer gets stolen, at least you have a way to locate it. Utilize air tags, guys. They're really super simple. If you're not familiar with the technology, it is so cool. Basically, they communicate with any iPhone around them, and then they can pinpoint exactly where that air tag is. And since there's so many iPhones out here in the world, you're always covered, and it's gonna find one and basically help pinpoint where it's at. All right, utilize air tags, guys. All right, my 4th tip is consider staying at Airbnbs along the way instead of hotels and motels. A lot of those hotels and motels are kind of dingy, and they're right off of the highway and maybe not as nice as you would like. And that trip is gonna be so tiring and just time consuming for you. If you stay at an Airbnb, it's gonna give you a little bit more space where you can stretch your legs, your family can kind of separate a little bit and decompress. I thought that was a great idea. It might not be for all of you, but just look into staying at Airbnbs along the way instead of hotels. All right, coming in at number 5 is for all you dog owners. I don't know if you knew this, but a lot of Love's travel stations or gas stations or whatever you call them actually have dog parks at them. I thought this was super cool. So you can look along your route where those dog parks are and make sure that you pull over, let your dog get out and stretch its legs, play a little bit, and use the bathroom at one of these dog parks. I am personally a dog owner and I thought that was awesome. I feel bad if I can't walk my dog and just kind of let it run around a little bit. So look into these Love's travel stations that have the dog parks. I thought that was a cool tip. All right, I really like number 6. Number 6, take your time and make this a trip that you build some memories and see some things along the way. Instead of just trying to rush here in 4 or 5 days, make it like a vacation. Make it a time that you get to see some things along the way that you've always wanted to see. Spend some time with your family. I guarantee, guys, that will be a memory that your kids will always remember. They're gonna remember that trip. Make it a good one. Do some things that you might not normally get a chance to do. A lot of people don't have the chance to see that much of the country ever, and you're gonna be someone that gets that opportunity. So take advantage of it. Take your time, guys. Don't rush it. Make it a trip that you will remember forever. All right, the 7th tip, and I heard this from a lot of people, use pods instead of using an actual mover. Now, I know there are several really good movers out there that I would recommend to you. However, these people said it was very cost effective and it was very easy. Everything came on time. They really loved using the pods. The pods get dropped off at your house whenever you want. You start loading them up on your time schedule. They come and pick it up. You tell them where you want it delivered and when, and it's done. I really love that. The only thing I don't love about that is actually loading up the pod myself, but you could always hire some local kids or movers to help you with that as well. And honestly, a lot of the good movers are booked out, so this might be your only option, but have no worries. A lot of people have done it and they said it worked really well. All right, guys, once again, my name's Matt Bogosian. If you're thinking about moving here to Tennessee, head over to workwithmatt.com, schedule a brief 15-minute call with me. I'd love to meet you and talk about your goals. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.